Alright, now we're back with the next part. Basically now it's time for the Gaiking Mario series to start. Regardless, let's start it since it's Gaiking. Wait, can I pair stuff up? Sweet, but... I forgot all about pairing up. We'll pair up Mezzinger with the regulars. Then we got healing. Let's do it. So apparently Dia's mom's worried about him, which makes sense. I mean, no offense, he was seeing a giant battle thing. Regardless, apparently the medic beast wasn't what Dia was looking for, which was an armored monster. Of course, Naruto doesn't even believe it, but you know, this is the usual protagonist stuff. Regardless, what's called? Apparently, sorry I suck with talking, but yeah, apparently the mimetic beast and everything they do is all in the news, which is pretty cool. Regardless, yeah, the guy doesn't care. He didn't think there was an armored beast. So yeah, apparently a mechanical dragon saved Dia's life, which was of course, you know, the Daikumariu. Regardless, it gave him the memento that he needed. Well, yeah, and scientists couldn't figure it out. So yeah, apparently whenever his little trinket glows hot, the enemy is about to appear, and unfortunately they just appeared. So now they're here. As Koji and Sayaka are about to head home, they're not really able to. Unfortunately, Kiriko really wants them to go home, you know, because they're kind of kids. Yeah, no, they're not going home. So no. The funny thing is, Koji just says, you know, just call her dad, call Professor Yumi, and he'll say it's good and we're good. It's like, okay. And they actually did. So yeah, Koji and them joined Danner Base for now, but apparently Professor Yumi made a deal with Orb to use Orb's forces to protect the Photon Power Labs. Regardless, the showing of the armored beast and the mech beast apparently shows that a new threat's about to happen. One of the more funny things is actually, apparently, everybody had to deploy, including Anna. Go was apparently annoyed at it, but as they said straight to Go, it's better to have real world experience as a robot pilot. So yeah. Alright, let's destroy the enemy. And once again, the main downside of K is once again everything is a terrain. Regardless, I gotta remember that this isn't Fire Emblem. Another thing though about this game is, as you notice, you can turn on or off support attacks and stuff. The downside is, hold on, they have to have the skill for it. Or those skill things. Here it is. Alright. Now, the downside of Super Robot Wars K is the fact that everything isn't determined through points or buying things. Everything is determined through skill sets, which is how you get your stuff. For instance, in his case, he has support attack and support defend, which is what I need. Now, if we look at Go, Go doesn't have that. So, let's say Go's behind is the second unit, then he's not going to attack back. That's one of the downsides to the game, is the fact that in order for them to attack as a second unit like the one on the bottom, they have to have support attack as a skill. They just have to. Dang. At least Koji took a hit. Ah, the beauty of that thing. Still nothing. So apparently now Tony's mom's gonna leave and he's apparently gonna go up against giant mechs. Somehow. Regardless, Daiku Mario is about to show up, so that's how. Yeah, even Messinger's, he doesn't have the support thing. This is pretty quick, actually. The main downside is probably the fact that, with the core gunner, most of her attacks are long ranged. Oh, and then she can move away. She's basically got Fire Emblem Kanto. You know, the whole thing with Cavaliers and Paladins where after they use an item, rescue, or do whatever, they can move away. Yeah, in Super Robot Wars, with most sniper units, if they stay in the same place, when they attack and they don't move, they can move afterwards. Now I need defense. The good thing is Super Robot Wars is way faster paced than Fire Emblem. Actually, yeah, we're gonna have to defend. One of the downsides of early Super Robot Wars, though, that I didn't, what these is, most units don't even show like themselves blocking when they support defend or defend. I thought that would have been a pretty cool idea as a thing. Oh well. Yes, I'm just about out of energy. Here it is, the Daikumaru. Nah, it's not apparent. Koji thinks it's one of Dr. Hell's flying forces, but apparently it's not. And there's Garius himself. Regardless, they're gonna fight, Garrus. Sorry, Garrus. Not Garius, I was thinking of Darius. Which I think was an old shoot 'em up series? I'm an idiot. Anyways, so yeah, they're gonna take down the Darius armies, basically. So yeah, they're about to start fighting as well. Hey, they're old friends. That is funny. Now, one of the more interesting things, remember, what's called, when it comes straight down to Gaiking, it comes out of the Gakumaryu. So it's the head component mainly. So it's a mothership unit. It's got some pretty good damage and everything on it. It can even transform. Whenever you feel the Gaiking, it'll be out of its what's called. How should I explain it? I think I suck with explaining. But yeah, it'll be without its head. Whenever you use Gaiking. At least we're spring cleaning basically right now. Yeah, rockets. Not really rockets, I guess. Energy missiles. I don't know what you call it. Dang, you suck, boss. Poor hot. I guess it's expected. Alright, so Gaia, not Gaia, this isn't God Mars. Gaia wants to fight, but, well, he's not really able to fight just yet. Regardless, a voice beams into his head letting him know, to get out of there because they're in battle. And unfortunately, he's not going to listen to that, but he apparently recognizes the voice from before. So yeah, this is so important. He's apparently about to catch... He caught on fire. And this is where the Daikumaru eats him up. Well, it doesn't really eat him up, but, the Gaiking is formed. But yeah, apparently now it's a fire giant known as the Gaiking. So we got Gaiking now. We'll finish off these forces first and use... Weird, because only one unit gives you 2 morale. So apparently, she's starting to get worried, but apparently she gets orders and some reinforcements. So now we got the Meg Beast forces to go up against. Alright, so now we're getting the other units from the Gaiking series. So yeah. If I remember correctly, they all possess a combo. I think this one possesses a combo attack with Gaiking. Regardless, all 3 of these support crafts. Looking at this from a 3DS screen, it's kind of annoying, honestly. I kind of wish they would have had like a zoom in function, but I understand why they didn't. You know, like on how MX and some of the other games have like a zoom in function or a function to look closer at the map. But I can understand why they don't have it. The Gaiking. He thinks he could bite the Gaiking. At least that Kamaru crew is, you know, handling business for now. So yeah, as you noticed earlier on, the Dakimaru itself loses its head, because the head became Gaiking is what it becomes. Let's see what this attack is for him. And missiles. It's a little missile. A little missile of death. Yeah, the Gaiking is a pretty cool mech in its own right. I just wonder why hasn't Van Press already used it as much. And when you think about it, like, they've only used it 2 times, which was K and L, which made sense in L's case because they could just reuse the, well, they even did that like that as well. They could just reuse the sprites that they made in K for L, which is what they did with, yeah, actually they did it with a bunch of series when you think about it. Like, they did it with Kotetsu G. Wow, L actually had a lot. Like, so it had some modified stuff. Like, it finally modified Wing Zero's Twin Buster Rifle. I want to see if we can see what the guard attack looks like, real quick. Yeah, she has that like impenetrable guard basically. This attack's just too funny to me. I'm sorry, this attack's just too funny. Because it reminds me of Austin Powers with the fembots. Man, it's game. There. Okay, so it did have a little bit of a dynamic kill animation. Oh, it's not. You can. Okay, that's pretty cool. I love this attack. I do wonder though, like, why hasn't Van Presto tried to use any of these series? Actually, I don't even think they've used it for Cross Omega yet as of this talking. So yeah, apparently they're from within the, anyways, they're from a world inside the world, in a sense. And unfortunately, now the enemies are starting to seep out into the surface world. So yeah, they're gonna discuss everything in what's called Danner Base. She's wondering like, why him? So yeah, whenever the Gaiking is in use, it just docks with the mothership. In a sense, I guess it depends on how you view it. Like, if you don't use Gaiking, you get the full mothership power. If you use Gaiking, no. Regardless, it's apparently hard for them to believe otherworlders. Well, in other worlds from within the Earth Center. Yeah, Darius is its own thing. They've apparently been handling the enemy armies in there, but now they've gotten a little bit crazy and are starting to attack the surface. Apparently there's a dead point in India as well that kind of is their gateway. So yeah, with these points, they're going through different points. Go even points out that if their army can come through those points, couldn't they go back the same way and attack? Gary points out that it's possible, but it's a little bit harder than they seem. So apparently they're gonna go sightseeing, which is a good idea for Mist to find something he needs. Anna's not going, so because her and Go had to say something important to each other. Yeah, that's actually a good point. They wonder, is like, why didn't you ask about the mask? That's what they were asking. Regardless, apparently now he gets to meet up with Lulu. So yeah, now that's his partner. And that's Shizuka, which of course she's in charge of the Dakumaryu's hangar. So yeah, that's his bridge bunny, the girl that'll support him in in combat. So apparently, they've been waiting for him, which makes sense as he's the only one that can use the Gaiking. So yeah, she hopes that he can be the savior. So apparently, the little thing that he uses, he was given a memento. Okay, I suck with speaking. He was given a memento to her. Sorry, she gave him a memento, which was of course easiest way to explain it, it's a fire walkie-talkie. That's the easiest way to explain it right there. Regardless, strong fire people can communicate with it. Oh, that's cute. So reuniting with her fueled him his whole life. That's cute. Alright, so now they're going on Shizuka, apparently. Alright, so apparently Suspect has new orders, which is to head southwest into the heart of the zones, the giant barriers that are dotting the earth. There's someone inside the zone that apparently his superior wants to ally for the invasion of Earth. Southspur is apparently gonna She's gonna join forces with him. So yeah, about his father. Apparently Garrus isn't surprised about it. About Dia's father being hauled off as a source of info on the surface. Alright, getting back to things. Apparently, they're talking about his father. Garrus is truthful in that he points out that it's a non-zero probability of his father still being alive. And it's not equal to 100% chance that he can be safely rescued once the Darius army is defeated. He'd rather steal Dia for the worst case scenario up front than have the kid blindsided down the road, and adds another heavy thought to the mix for good measure. To fight the Darius army, he's gonna have to leave the surface. Apparently, the main problem is he doesn't want to leave his mom. That is funny. And Puglia right here is just listening in and saying she's unimpressed with little brat. Apparently, she's the main weapon pilot of what's called the main pilot of the Stinger, that little thing. She apparently can't believe that he's Gaiking's pilot. So these, what's called, Garrus is the kind of guy that he gives Dia 3 hours to talk with his mom. That's cute, actually. Now they're at the church, and apparently Go makes Anna promise that, you know, if she fights, she is to not die. Which is cute. And she apparently, of course, vows to stick by his side even when she's old and gray. And it's time to truly combine. So now, apparently they have he extends his wedding ring, finally. So apparently, yeah, he proposes again? Oh, that's cute. Humans are not the sort of creatures meant to fight alone. So apparently, Dia is letting his mom and his pal Naoto know, you know, that he's gonna fight in the dragon. Of course, she's inclined to she's initially his mom isn't really wanting to let him go, but he reiterates his belief that, you know, the dad didn't die at sea. So yeah, take care and keep the home fires burning. Alright, so now he's about to head out, since of course his dad isn't dead. Lulu calls him, and apparently, yeah, he said everything there was to say. It wasn't really proper. Alright, so now they're trying to find, well, yeah, now we got a message from Build Base. I don't know what to say, really. Basically, we are starting up a little bit more. Now we're going to Kotetsu Shinji's part. And then after that, we're getting closer and closer to Gunnex Sword's inclusion, which is what I'm happy about. Because Gunnex Sword, that's the only reason you should play this game. That is the only reason. Yeah, it's literally the only reason to play right now. So yeah, real quick before I end this part, basically, the way this game works is dumber than how the other games work. In that, of course, you have the usual stats and everything, and it shows everybody that needs to be, you know, it shows the basics here. Here it is. Basically, in order to do stuff, you need to get skill points like this. You just need to you need to earn the skill points in order to get the ability to use attacks. Which is honestly, in my opinion, one of the dumbest things in the game. I didn't like that, because that means, like, at least with, as you know, the Z games and other games, even J, you can use the pilot points to upgrade, as well as money. In this game, you can't do that. You need skill parts and everything, which only enemies drop. There's no puzzle robo or anything, so only enemies will drop it. Regardless, that'll be all for now. Thank you all for watching. Until the next part, goodbye.